Hello level ones, welcome to the video class for this week for our first week of Blue Stripe training and getting into your Blue Stripe techniques. Thank you very much for joining us and being part of this new experiment, and we hope that you find it useful and valuable. We'll also look forward to working with you when you have scheduled your one-on-one appointment and helping you out sometime beyond this lesson during the week to work on those techniques and help you get even better at them as we move forward through towards next week when we'll be testing you on Blue Stripe when you come on in for your one-on-one appointment. So our lesson today is going to, and our class is going to be structured very similar to the one that you're used to at Ascend Martial Arts. But I want you to also realize that we're going to do warm-ups, but a little bit different than what we do at Ascend. We're going to actually do our stretches at the end of the video. So you want to make sure you watch all the way, or watch at the end of the video to do stretches and the end of what we need to do. Also, when you're going through the training today and your class today, I hope you put your uniform on, you got your belt on, and you're ready to go. I'm going to do a full bow in to you, and you can do one to me. We want to make your practice at home as similar to what you do at the studio, so you keep your techniques and your skills and your habits sharp. So we're going to get into warm-ups right now. Ms. Phillips is going to run you through those, and then we'll be getting into instructing you on your Blue Stripe techniques that you'll be working on this week and next week.
Alright everybody, so let's get into our warm-ups for today. Hands up by the face. Let's do butt kickers in place. Ready, set, go. Kick those heels up, keep the hands up next by the face, and make sure you're all set to go. Keep kicking, keep running, keep going with those butt kickers. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright, let's head on down. Push up punches. I'm going to do it from the knees. I encourage you to do them from full position. Ready, go. Push up, punch it out. Push up, punch it out. Keep going everybody, keep working through. Keep moving, 3, 2, and 1. All right, popping up on those feet. Hands up by the face. Go for some one-leg squats. Ready? Shoot that leg back. Go. Shoot it back. And come on up. Make sure your toes are pointed. Knee nice and flat on the ground. Keep going, everybody. Keep going. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Now let's go on down. Knuckle push-up with horizontal hands. Get them nice and wide. Ready? Set. Go. Keep holding, everybody. Keep going with those knuckle push-ups. Work through them, keep going, keep those knuckles strong, keep your back nice and flat. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now let's come on around. Sit-ups with cross punches. Ready, set, go. Come on up, punch, punch, cross those thighs. Keep going, punching strong. Keep those cores nice and squeezed. Keep working through it, everybody. 3, 2, and 1. All right, now come on up on those feet. Angle lunges, get those feet nice and wide. Hands up by the face. And go. Point those toes up toward the ceiling. Keep your legs straight. One bent, one pointed. Keep going, everybody. 3, 2, 1, and 0. Awesome. All right, now let's go on down. Fingertip push-ups or holds. Ready, set, go. Keep those nice cones good and strong. Keep working, everybody. Keep going through those holds or those push-ups. 3, 2, and 1. All right, hop on up on those feet. To attention. Height. Super jacks with punches. Go. Jumping jack, drop, come on up, punch, punch. Go for it, everybody. Keep working through those. Keep going strong. Get nice and low in those horse stances. Keep going, everybody. 3, 2, 1, and stop. All right, now let's go on down. Push up rainbow. Push up rainbow. Ready, set, go. Push up the middle. Go all the way over to that right. Push up. Go all the way over to that left. Push up. Keep going, everybody. And back in the middle. Keep working through it, everyone. Keep going for 3, 2, and 1. All right, popping up on those feet. Left leg forward, guarding stance, go. Kick. Stand shift kicks, go for it. Front kick and switch. Go, everybody. You got it. Do those strong snap front kicks. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, hands up by the face. Let's go for some stand-up elbows. Ready, set, go. Drop, push up. Come on up on those feet. Elbow, elbow. Go for it, everyone. Get those nice strong elbows going. Keep those push-ups nice and good too. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now let's go left leg forward guarding stance. Go! Kick! Shadow boxing, go for it. Go through all those techniques that you're going to be working today. All the ones that are getting a little rusty Get them all together. Keep going, everyone. 3, 2, and 1. All right, now let's go hands up by the face. Reverse up, down. Go. Roll it on back. And jump on up onto those feet. Keep going, everybody. Keep working through it. Keep going. 3, 2, 1, and stop, everybody. Awesome. All right, ready stances to attention. Height. Bowing. This would be a good time for you guys to adjust your uniforms, get yourselves all set. If you'd like to pause the video at this time, to get some water, towel off, make sure you're all set to go, this is the time to do that. And then when you guys are done, we're going to get into our focus minute for today. So, Mr. Phillips is going to come on in and lead us through that.
All right, everyone. So, got yourself all warmed up, got your drink, got yourself adjusted. Now, let's go into our focus minute, everyone. Focus minute. So, as usual, come on down. Let's get into our black belt sitting position. Hopefully, you have a nice place to do it at home, somewhere comfortable on the carpet, or if you have a mat or something else like that, you can sit on back and sit on down. Nice, strong black belt sitting position. All right. So, close those eyes. Let's shut them on down. Let's focus inside to be our best today and for the week ahead. So allow yourself to take a deep breath in. Out. Good. Sweep your mind out, everybody. Let's clear out the thoughts of everything that's come before right now, anything that's going to come after. Let's just focus in the present. That's what we have control over. We don't have control over anything else, so let's make sure we stay there and focus that mind in the present. From there, take your mind and gather up your energy in your power ball, deep in your body, your center, you're focused. You got all that energy ready to go. Lift it up through your belly, your chest and back, your spine, your shoulder blades up into your shoulders. Let that energy flow down into your arms, hands, and fingers. Bring that energy back on up into your shoulders, neck and throat, head and face. Now, take the energy, drive it down your energy elevator, your spine, into your buttocks, your sits bones, your thighs, knees, calves, shins, feet, and toes. Bring that energy up into the center of your body again, and take a deep breath in. Out. Switch on your mental movie, everybody. See yourself moving powerfully, fluid, strong, confident, low, through your blue stripe techniques today. Hopefully you've built up your muscle memory by doing that excellent practice at home using the videos on our YouTube channel. So make sure that you are thinking about doing those techniques and seeing yourself doing those techniques with energy, balance, coordination, and focus. So take a deep breath in. Out. Good. And open your eyes. All right, so Ms. Phillips is going to come on in. The life skill of the week is what, Ms. Phillips?
Fitness, sir.
Fitness, all right? So we want to make sure we're focusing on that life skill, especially in the times that we live in, with everything that's going on. We want to stay fit, we want to stay active, we want to stay exercising because it helps us be at our best. We also want to make sure we keep our good habits in eating as well, but I'll talk about that in a minute. But join in with Ms. Phillip and me. We're going to head back down to our black belt sitting position, and we're going to go into the mat chat. So, as Ms. Phillip said, the life skill is fitness, and Ms. Phillip, the life skill, what is that meaning? What is the meaning of fitness?
To exercise, sir.
Yeah, to exercise. Now, exercise is a lot of fun, and it's really, really
fun, sir.
yeah, awesome, right, Miss? Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, lots and lots of fun and really awesome. Now, if you exercise every day, you're going to be healthy and
strong, sir.
yeah, absolutely. So now, you'll also have more energy and you will feel
better, sir.
really important in these days and times, all right? So make sure you're out, you're staying active, you're getting out in the fresh air, maybe even just in your backyard, but definitely do that because it's been beautiful days, and so we want to take advantage of those so that our mind can be at our best and we can act and behave at our best, everyone. So absolutely important. So now, if you exercise, you're going to have more energy and you'll feel
better, sir.
so make sure you answer along with Ms. Phillip, because I'm sure you guys remember what the answers to this life skill is and the mat chat is. So please participate as we go along. Now, you should do sports like baseball, basketball, football, gymnastics, and the martial
arts, sir.
Absolutely. All of those are going to help you have great exercise and feel better. Now, you should also do activities like playing in the park, riding your bike, and maybe going for a walk with your
family, sir.
yeah, guys, absolutely. That's a great thing to do to get exercise. Maybe like Ms. Phillip did yesterday, take the dogs for a walk because they want to get out too. You know, they've been cooped up with everybody and they want to get out there as well. So now remember, you just can't exercise. You also have to eat healthy
food, sir.
which includes a balanced diet that is full of fruits and
vegetables, sir.
and we don't want to eat too much junk food. Maybe once in a while. It's just something we do. But then we also want to make sure that we don't eat too
much, sir.
Yeah, because that's not going to make our mind or our body feel great, right, everyone? No, it makes us kind of feel sluggish and doesn't help with our attitude or anything else. So now, if you exercise and eat healthy foods, then your body will be healthy and
strong, sir.
Absolutely. And who wants to be healthy and strong? I certainly do in this day and age. So let's make sure that we're getting ourselves focused in on doing exercise like your class today, but everything else as well, and coming on down for your one-on-one 30-minute lesson so that we can help you out with your technique. So again, what's the life skill of the week, Ms. Phil?
Fitness, sir.
And what is fitness?
To exercise, sir.
Awesome, to exercise. So let's pop on up and shake those legs out, Ms. Phillip, if you will. Okay, so what we're going to do next, guys, is we're going to get into your techniques for your blue stripe. So what we're going to do is we're going to do it in a lowest to highest belt rank order. So we're going to start out with purple belt, and we're going to go through your techniques, and then what will happen is we'll do first yellow techniques, and then we'll do second yellow belt techniques. So if you're, say, like a second yellow belt, what you want to do is you may want to fast forward past the purple belt and first yellow belt techniques until you get to your section. So something that you want to think about, same thing for first yellows, so that you can focus in on what you need to do. But don't think you're done when you do your technique practice, because different from what we're doing in our classes here at Ascend, in our virtual classes, what we're doing is we're putting the stretches at the end. So make sure that you take the time to do your stretches at the end, because they're super important to keep you as healthy and active and as flexible as possible so that you can improve on your martial arts skills. So purple belts, what we're getting into is we're going to do, you have two main techniques. We got hammer fist coming up. So what we want to do is let's go left leg forward guarding stance. And as we're doing it, what we want to think about, there's three different flavors of the hammer fist, three different levels. I like to call them flavors so I can remember them better. So the first one is I'm going to lie down into the sides of the neck, could be into the jaw, maybe even into the temple, but we want to aim low, more towards the neck level, where I'm going to take my hand and I'm going to turn my hand and I'm going to hit. Hey, this kind of looks like a block we did, doesn't it? Inner blocks, right? So it's something that a block is a strike is a block in the traditional motion. So we want to go into coming through and hitting into 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Bang, bang. We're coming in down on those 45-degree angles as we're coming into the neck area. All right? So if I was switching feet, practice along with me. Palm towards me, power V position. Hitting with the chop, no higher than right at that knuckle, but we want to come in, you might miss a little bit and hit with the forearm, and that's okay, because that's a really powerful strike too. So we're coming in, hit and retract, hit and come back, hit and come back, thumb knuckle on the cheeks. Then switching feet, we'll go 3 and 9. We've got the hand and we're coming in. Now I'm going to flatten that hand out so it almost is parallel to the ground, like I'm hitting across a table. I'm again hitting with the chop of my hand, but if you see where my elbow hits my body and then I have my arm straight out from it, that's where you want to go. You just want to be a little bit further out from the body with the elbow. So I'm coming through and I'm hitting in to the floating rib. That's where you pull those hands back and we tell you to touch when you're pulling your knee on up. So I'm coming on in, bang, bang, practice with me, bam, bam. So I come in and I drop on in like in a U shape, dropping in, hit, and I come right back, straight on back. So switching feet, I would go hit, 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 hit. Not a lot of hip rotation, just more upper body rotation, hitting in, hitting in. Okay, everyone? So that's 3 and 9. Now switching feet, we got 6s, which are coming into between the legs, into the groin. Now, if I'm coming here, I'm thinking about, I'm going to come in and I'm going to plug in a plug. Or I'm going to hit underneath where there's like a squeaky target, and I boom, hit in. So the front hand will drop a little outside the leg, hit in and come back. It's going to hit and retract. It's not going to scoop. It does not scoop. You can't scoop this technique because the body of your opponent doesn't work that way. So I'm going to hit and retract. I'm going to hit with the top of my hand, come in, pop and go. Pop and go. Then I switch my feet. And I hit in. Pop, pop, pop. So we want to think about, again, hit and retract. When I come in, see my angle? Bang. That's where I'm going to come in. I'm not going down. I'm not angling in. I'm coming in on an arc, hitting and coming back. Okay? So that's the 6 o'clock hammer fist. Now, the second technique that you need to know, purple belts, is your rising or diagonal knee. Now, it looks very similar when I do it. I'm going to turn sideways. If I got my right leg forward, do that with me. We're going to take this leg, and what I'm going to do, imagine you have that snap front kick that you learned back at white belt. When you take that leg, though, I'm going to tuck my foot more under. It's okay to do it with this technique, and bring the knee up and in. So I'm going to push with my hip and drive the knee diagonally up on that 45-degree angle, up through the belly and the stomach. So I'm coming on in. Now I can pretend I'm grabbing on and pulling in and driving and coming back. Boom. Or I can just do it to air and just have those hips move through. Okay, so if I'm going the other way with my left leg forward, kick, going with my right leg, boom, and come back. So whatever we're instructing you in these videos, everybody, just like our in videos on the YouTube channel, just mirror us. So we're going to be, if I'm doing something with my left leg forward, just put your left leg forward and work with me, and then you'll be able to practice more easily. So we're coming on through, boom, and back, boom, and back. So that's your rising or diagonal knee. Now at home, if you want to practice with parents or the like, what you can do, and if you have brothers or sisters who can help out, that's true, you can do that. Now if you are practicing at home, you can also, we would recommend getting like 2 small square hand targets, a blocker, and a clapper target. All of those are great home training aids. And so if you're interested in that, please get in contact with us and we can let you know what's involved with that. But if you don't, you can a little less effectively, but still practice with, say, like 2 small hand pillows or a big pillow. So for instance, on like my hammer fist, I could be left leg forward and my mom, my dad, one of my brothers or sisters, whoever could help me out they would flash a target. So if it's up here, oh, okay, I have to do that hammer fist. I come over here, oh, I do that one. Coming through, oh, I'm going there. Boom, all right? And if I do a 6, boom, I'm coming up here. So you can hold the pillow for that or the like. Now when you're doing a rising diagonal knee, or diagonal knee, your parents could hold the pillows as such, or they could hold them like if Miss Phillip was doing it. We could take them and I could just hold on to one and the other and then stack them like a stack of pancakes, and then Miss Phillip could grab onto them and then do the strike. Boom, and just come through. Good, and get some practice doing it that way. So those are just some suggestions on drills you could do at home to improve on those techniques. Thank you, Ms. Phillip. I'll take those because Ms. Phillip is going to work with you, first yellow belts, on your blue stripe techniques.
All right, so first yellow belts, you have a blue stripe that is all about back knuckles. So we're going to be focusing on your rear head back knuckle, and there's going to be 3 types of it that you are going to focus on. So first one is just your standard rear hand back knuckle. So we're going to go left leg forward guarding stance, go. Yeah! So for the back knuckle, this strike is going to be a little bit like your punch, but it's going to be a different motion coming out, and you're going to be squeezing your fist in a different way. So for your rear hand back knuckle, you're going to take your hand and you're going to bring it out just as if you were about to start to punch, but instead of punching straight out, what you're going to do is you're going to make a motion with your fist like you're opening a door. So you're going to turn your hand with your knuckles straight like this, flat out this way, and you're going to swing out and all the way forward. When you've got your back knuckle all the way extended, it's going to be right out from your shoulder. Your arm is going to be straight and strong, and then you're going to pull it back in to your face. So one more time, you're going to bring your back knuckle out, swing it forward, and bring it out from that shoulder. Not out here, not in here, but just straight out from that shoulder. It should be right over your back leg. Now you're going to pull it back in. So that's your rear hand back knuckle on this side. If I switch feet, yeah, it's going to look like this on this side. You're going to come out, still, knuckles nice and straight up and down, bring it out, swing the door open, and bring it back. Make sure you're hitting up to head level, because that's where the strike is going. You're going to focus it right out in front of that face, bring it all the way out, and then bring it back in. That's your standard rear hand back knuckle. Now, your second variation of this is going to be your punch and loop. Your punch and loop. So if our left leg forward, yeah, here's what we're going to do. Now, instead of doing a regular back knuckle, what we're going to do is we're going to punch out. We're going to loop and zip as if we're zipping up a jacket onto our body, and then we're going to back knuckle out off of it. So, one more time, punch out, zip up the jacket, make sure you don't short the loop, pull all the way in, none of the, no small loops, big loop, and back knuckle out, really strong. So you want to punch out, zip the jacket, and then pop the back knuckle right out from that shoulder, and then bring it back. If I switch feet, yeah, then we're going to do it like this. Punch, zip the jacket, and back knuckle out. One more time, punch, zip the jacket, and back knuckle out. Keep that fist and that wrist nice and straight and strong. Keep it all as one unit, and then you're good to go. Now, your last flavor of the back knuckles is going to be your lunging rear hand back knuckle. So this one is a really fun one, but it's a little bit more complex than your other ones. So if I'm starting out, I'm going to start out from the side so you guys can see me better, and I go left leg forward. Yeah. So we're going to take our rear hand back knuckle and we're going to do it a lot like the standard, but then we're going to add another piece onto it. So we're going to take our back knuckle and we're going to imagine that with our hand we have a string tied around it, and on the end of that string there's a big rocket. So when we back knuckle out, that rocket is going to launch us forward, and we're going to need to go forward and run and punch. So I'll show you guys what that looks like. We've got our back knuckle, the rocket's going to launch out, we're going to come out, push off that back foot like we're being pulled away. We're going to back knuckle out and then run and punch forward. That's the slow motion. What we're going to do is we're going to come all the way through once again. We're going to back knuckle out, we're going to launch forward, we're going to push off our back foot, and then we're going to run and punch. Make sure that when you guys are doing that running and punching, that you're doing one step for one punch. You want to just go 1, 2, 1, 2. You want to stay punches together with your feet. And when you're doing that back knuckle, if you're doing it full fast motion, you're going to explode really, really fast with that back knuckle. So it's going to carry you, and you're going to go pow, and you're going to go all the way out. So it's going to look like this. You're going to back knuckle and punch all the way through. That's your rear hand back knuckle, and it would look pretty similar on the other side. So if we were looking at some drills to do at home with you and your family for these techniques, then for your standard rear hand back knuckle, you could buy some square targets from us, which we would highly recommend because they're really good for home training. So if you're interested in that, please get in contact with us, and we'd be happy to help out. But if you don't have some at home, then you could use something like a small pillow, or even just have a parent or a family member hold out their hand and then hit light to them. And what you could do is, if I was going right leg forward, then my parent or family member would hold out a pillow or their hand, and I would rear hand back knuckle out and hit strong.
Let's so you can see it.
If we're on this side, then we're going to go like this. We're going to take our rear hand back knuckle, and we're going to hit out that way. We're going to swing out and hit right in the middle of whatever they're holding. So we can use that for our standard rear hand back knuckle. For our punch and loop, it's going to be pretty similar. We're going to use a square target, and instead of having just one, we're going to use 2. So you guys would need 2 pillows for this. So then if I was right leg forward, then I would punch out, and then the person would hold up the target over here, and then I would loop through. So once again, if we're over here,
let's go jab punch yourself.
Okay, so if I would jab punch for both targets, we'd go jab, and then punch out, and then I would loop through all the way, and then rear hand back knuckle. So one more time, jab, punch, loop, and rear hand back knuckle. This is one of the really good drills you can do with one of your family members for the punch and loop. For the lunging rear hand back knuckle, you guys need to use a little bit more caution and care, but you can absolutely do it. So what you guys are going to do for the lunging rear hand back knuckle, if we're switched up and we're going this way.
Let's say you had a clapper target you could use.
You could use a small pillow for this too.
Or there's some, we're going to use a piece of paper in a minute, but we'll do that in a second.
Yes, so if you're doing a lunging rear hand back knuckle and you're left leg forward.
Scoot back a little bit more. So.
If we were here, actually excuse me, let's go right leg forward. And we're going rear hand back knuckle, then what we could do is your parent or family member could hold it out for the rear hand back knuckle, and you would hit there, and then they would get out of the way, so you could then go through with that running and punching. They would have to move aside really quick so you could go through that hand blitz. That's why you need to be really careful with this technique. So if we're doing it full on, we could go through knuckle, and then you would run through. You'd have to watch out, make sure not to run into them, and they'd make sure not to run into you.
You can also do it with a piece of paper to really get your quickness stronger. So Miss Miller moves back to the green dot behind her, and she comes out and she does it. You just use a spare scrap piece of paper, and you come out, boom, and you hit it and go.
Yeah.
So you're working on that speed. You could also use that for just a regular rear hand back knuckle. If she's right leg forward, you come out and you just pop.
Yeah.
And you try and either break it, if you do it really fast and snappy, or hit it out of the person's hand like Miss Phillips did.
So those are the drills that you want to use with all the types of your back knuckles, and those are your techniques for first yellow belt. Mr. Phillips is going to come in and talk about our second yellow belt techniques.
All right, second yellow belt. So what we have going on for Blue Stripe for you, we've got our knife hand strikes and our knife hand blocks. This is a fairly challenging strike because of the traditional moving knife hand blocks that you're going to be doing. However, we'll get to those in a little bit. It's easier to start with our knife hand strikes. So you can do these, and I prefer doing them from a guarding hands, guarding stance position, because you are able to apply them a little bit better if you needed to use them in the street. So if I'm left leg forward guarding stance, and I'm right here, I got my hands up. If I'm doing a short inner knife hand strike, I'm going to come in, I'm going to turn, hey, this looks like kind of a hammer fist, doesn't it? It's coming on in, chop, and come back. So I hit and retract. I'm going to come in and I turn the palm towards me. I'm going to hit with the chop of the hand, no higher than the pinky knuckle, come through, hit, and hit into something soft like the neck. So I come on down on that 45-degree angle, and then I strike on the other side. Strike and strike. Now if I had more time and I could go up here and hit more with power, great, but you don't always have that option. So I switch feet. Practice along with me. I come in, hit, 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 hit. So that's the inner knife hand strike. Switch feet. So now we're going to go over and do the outer knife hand strike. So again, this is going to come to the neck, but if you remember the outer block, this one is turning over, and instead of having the hand palm facing towards you, it's going to turn over, and you're going to almost like flick water off your fingers. My hand does not, and my elbow do not go past my shoulder because everything out here is weak. This is strong, this is weak. So we want to come in and hit and come back. Open, hit, close, bring it back. Let's go on the backhand. Open, hit, close, bring it back. Hit and retract. Hit and retract. Good. Switch feet. Go. Practice along with me. Front hand. Turn, hit and retract. Backhand, hit and retract. Hit and retract. Hit and retract. Notice I'm keeping my hands up. The tip of my middle finger stays at my cheekbone level as usual when we're doing traditional blocks. So, switching feet. We've done inner, we've done outer, now we've done upper. You've got this muscle memory already in your brain because you've done upper blocks. Same concept here, but I'm going to open up my hand. But I'm not going to block, I'm going to hit and retract. Where am I hitting into? Base of the nose, or if I was fighting for my life, or if one of you had to defend against an adult who was trying to hurt you, you'd want to go into that throat area. So you're coming, hit and retract, hit and retract. So I turn up, and I go more on an up and out angle when I'm hitting because of the targets I'm going to versus up high. I'm going out a little bit more on the 45. Switch feet, going on out, hit and retract, hit and retract, hit and retract. Boom, as you go, okay? So that's the upper, outer, and inner knife hand strikes. We also only have 3 flavors of the different blocks. But we have 2 types of those blocks, the street and the traditional moving. So the blocks, let's go from a guarding stance position. You can go guarding hands as well. So I go left leg, So if I'm doing the upper knife hand block, remember, strikes, hit, and retract. Blocks, squeeze, and freeze. Okay? So if I'm doing an upper knife hand block, instead of doing it like this, now I'm doing it wrist straight, fingers strong, everything straight from the tip of my middle finger to my elbow. Coming up, pop, 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 pop. Okay, I'm squeezing and freezing at top, and I'm making sure those knuckles coming up my center line so I protect my face and I lift any punch coming into my mouth and nose area. From the other side. Practice with me. Boom, 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 boom. And the good news is you all can also take notes at home as you're watching through the video, so you already know the details to work on and the specifics that you want to make really sharp on the techniques. So we did the upper knife hand street block. Now let's go for the outer knife hand street block. So I'm left leg forward. Excuse me. I'm going boom, boom. Turning, again, just like the strike, but now I'm freezing and squeezing. Not going past my shoulder, not hitting and retracting. Squeeze and freeze, squeeze and freeze. Switch feet, let's go on this side. Bang, 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 bang. All right, really going strong, freezing and squeezing like I'm a frozen mechanical man. I can't go anywhere. Strong as I go. So, switch feet, go. Now the inner knife hand block. Short and long version, yes, I can come this way, but it doesn't work real well on a block. Would work on a strike, but on a block we want to come up here, like we're almost sticking our fingers into the side of our head, come through, come across, elbow in front of the stomach, middle fingertip up at the cheekbone level, hand in front of the opposite shoulder. Don't let that hand die. We always see a lot of people doing this. Well, what are you blocking? Punch to the face, something coming in, boom, you better have the fingertip up and cover the whole face. up, bang, up, bang. So it's very much like the traditional. All right, so switch feet, go, kick. Let's practice on this side. Bam, bang, bang, coming across, boom, 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 as you go. Okay, so that's the inner knife hand block. Remember to keep that elbow in front of your stomach. Nice power V position. Now, if we're doing the traditional walking, I'm going to start with the simplest of them, which would be the inner. Because if I go left leg forward, guarding stance, go, get! Then, what I would be doing is, let's say I do my traditional inner knife hand block. Okay, well, imagine it's a closed hand. You already have the muscle memory to do it. Closed hand would be coming through, step, push, bend, do the block. Well, here's the open hand or knife hand version. Open it, fold,